realized that it was really important for people to know that regardless of what experiences they've been through in their life, that spirituality is available for them. नहीं तो लोगों को लगता है कि ओह मेरे को ये हो गया वो हो गया या मैंने ये किया या जो भी है, लोगों को लगता है कि now it is unavailable for me. Now grace will not be there, अब कृपा नहीं मिलेगा, अब कोई आशीर्वाद नहीं मिलेगा, that somehow I am doomed and that grace is not available for me. And my story is so different from the normal traditional stories that we usually see of religious leaders, especially from India, especially from the East, who are really usually men who pretty much come out of the womb enlightened. And from early childhood, they know this is the life they're meant to lead. And they're not interested in toys or games or girls or anything like that. Just interested in meditating and God. And those are beautiful stories. They're so inspiring. But they're not the stories that make most people say, I can do it. Because those leaders seem so different. And they are. They are. And मतलब प्रणाम करने की मन होता है, उनकी चरण में बैठने की मन होता है. But the mind does not say, अच्छा उन्होंने किया तो फिर मैं ही कर सकता हूँ. Because we understand कि वो मेरे से अलग है. He is cut from some different cloth, really very different. But for me, that was not my story. And as you've mentioned, I experienced a great deal of trauma, suffering in my childhood, in my adolescence. And the part that wasn't suffering and trauma was a very normal, beautiful, wonderful Los Angeles, upbringing. And so I had your very normal, privileged, full of opportunity, full of privilege upbringing. And I had trauma and struggle and suffering. But in neither case was I thinking, oh, my life is for God, or, I'm just going to live a spiritual life. I had no idea about any of that. It all happened when I came here and stood on the banks of Ganga. So it felt really important to share with people so that they understand I'm not cut from a different cloth. I understand pain and suffering and struggle, but I also know freedom and deep joy and bliss and ecstasy and awakening. And if I can, so can you. And that was the core reason for writing it, was ताकि सबको मालूम हो जाएगा कि मेरे को जो भी हुआ, जो भी रास्ता से मैं निकल के आए, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. God is always there, always available. हमारा चाहे मोक्ष कहते हैं, चाहे awakening कहते हैं, जो भी मतलब whatever word we use, कि it is available, it is possible. मुझे अगली जीवन तक wait करना नहीं पड़ेगा. Right here, right now. If I make the choice to let go of the pain, I can actually live in freedom. And that is the second part in terms of the advice. If you are suffering from severe PTSD or still in the midst of severe trauma, get help. Don't think that you can just give it away. The giving it to the Ganga that I did, which I shared in the beginning of the book, it came after years of a lot of deep work, a lot of psychological work, a lot of healing work. And I had gotten to a point where I had done all of that work, but I was still stuck. I was still suffering. I was still identifying as the one who suffered. But you've got to first do the work to look at the suffering, to look at the trauma. So I would say first, get some help, whether through therapy, through psychology, through deep counseling, but engage in a process that enables you to really look at the cause of the suffering. But then, once you've done that, what you may find, like I did, is that you're able to look at it and see it and understand it, but you're not actually able to be free of it. And that's when we say, okay, I don't need to carry this forward anymore. This grudge, this identity, this anger, I need to let it go. It's just holding me back. And chahe Ganga mein, chahe samudra mein, chahe koi bhi nadi mein, chahe aapki mandir mein, wherever you decide to let it go, offer it to the divine and let yourself be free. As we said, that shift from the Hollywood way of thinking that you are your body, you are your story, you are your drama, to the Himalayan way of thinking, that you are not that. And that really is where the healing comes in, is I'm not that story or drama. And if I can do it, you can all do it.